Assalamu alaikum and a very pleasant morning one and all present here. Today we are going to see wind energy. It's a natural resources. No. Okay. Wind energy is also called wind power. It refers for the process of creating electricity using the wind or air flows that occur naturally in the earth's atmosphere. Modern wind turbines are used to capture kinetic energy from the wind and generate electricity. Did you get it, girls? There are three main types of wind energy: utility scale wind, distributed small winds, and offshore wind. First one is utility scale wind. Wind turbines that range in size from 100 kilowatts to several megawatts, okay, where the electricity is delivered to the power grid and distributed to the end user by electric utilities or power system operators. Distributed are small wind. Single small wind turbines below 100 kilowatts. Okay, that is in size of 100 kilowatts, and here below 100 kilowatts that are used to directly power a home, farm or small business, are not connected to the grid. Okay. Offshore wind turbines that are erected in large bodies of water, usually on the continental shelf. Offshore wind turbines are larger than land-based turbines and can generate more power. Okay, how wind turbines work? When the wind blows past a wind turbine, its blades capture the wind's kinetic energy and rotate, turning it into mechanical energy. This rotation turns an internal shaft connected to a gearbox, which increases the speed of rotation by a factor of 100. Okay, that spins a generator that produces electricity, typically standing at least 80 meters, 262 feet tall. Okay, and tubular steel towers support a hoop with 3 attached blades and a nacelle which houses the shaft, gearbox, generator and controls. Wind measurements are collected which direct to turbine to rotate and face the strongest wind, and the angle or pitch of its blades is optimized to capture energy. A typical modern turbine will start to generate electricity when wind speeds reach 6 to 9 miles per hour mph, that is known as the cut-in speed. Turbines will shut down if the wind is blowing too hard, roughly 55 miles an hour, okay, to prevent equipment damage. Okay, over the course of a year, modern turbines can generate usable amounts of electricity over 90% of the time. For example, if the wind at a turbine reaches the cut-in speed of 6 to 9 mph, the turbine will start generating electricity. As wind speed increases, so does electricity production. Okay, another common measures of wind energy production is called capacity factor. This measures the amount of electricity and a wind turbine produces in a given time period, typically a year, relative to its maximum potential. For example, suppose the maximum theoretical output of a 2 megawatt wind turbine in a year is 17,520 megawatt hours. 2 times 8,760 horse. 760 horse. The number of horse in a year. However, the turbine may only produce 7,884 megawatt hours over the course of the year, because the wind wasn't always blowing hard enough to generate the maximum amount of electricity the turbine was capable of producing. In this case, the turbine has a 45%, 7,884 divided by 7,520 capacity factors. This does not mean the turbine only generates electricity 45% of the time. Modern wind farms often have capacity factors greater than 40%, which is close to some types of coal and or natural gas power plants. Windmills versus wind turbines. Windmills. Sometimes people use the term windmill and wind turbines interchangeably, but there are important difference. People have been using windmills for centuries to grain, pump water and do other works. Windmills generate mechanical energy, but they do not generate electricity. In contrast, modern wind turbines are highly evolved machines with more than 8,000 parts that harness wind's kinetic energy and convert it into electricity. What is in a wind farm? What is wind farm, guys? A large number of wind turbines are built close together. There are so many wind turbines which are built close together, which is referred to as a wind project or wind farm. A wind farm functions as a single power plant and sends electricity to grid. Did you get it, girls? It's a wind farm is a wind turbines are built close together. There are so many wind turbines which is built close together, and it refers as a wind project, and our wind farm, and wind farm functions as a single power plant and it sends electricity to the grid. Wind energy gets to how wind energy gets to you. The turbines in a wind farm are connected, so the electricity they generate can travel from the wind farm to the power grid. Once wind energy is on the main power grid, electric utilities or power operators will send the electricity to where people need it. Smaller transmission lines called distribution lines collect electricity generated at the wind project and transport it to larger network transmission lines, where the electricity can travel across long distances to the locations where it is needed. Finally, smaller distribution lines delivers electricity directly to your town, home or business. Did you get it, girls? Have any doubt? See the advantages of wind energy. Wind is free. Advantages: Okay, wind is free. Wind farm need to fuel. It produces no waste or greenhouse gases. Okay, the land beneath can usually still be used for farming. A good method of supplying energy to remote areas. Okay, wind energy have advantages, but disadvantages also is there. The wind is not always predictable. Some days have no wind. Sustainable areas for wind farms are often near the coast, where land is expensive. Some people feel that covering the landscape with these two towers is unsightly. It can kill birds. Migrating flocks tend to like strong winds. However, this is rare, and we tend not to build wind farms or migratory roads. Anyway, okay, it can affect television reception if you live nearby. Okay, wind generators have a reputation for making a constant low swishing noise day and night, okay, which can drive you nuts. But our dynamic designs have improved. Modern wind farms are much quieter, a lot quieter than, say, a fossil fuel power station, and wind farms tend not to be close to residential area. The small modern wind generators used on boats and caravans make hardly any sound at all. Okay, see, this is the wind. Okay, girls, have any doubt? Okay. And the last one is land resources. Land area constitutes about 1 by 5 of the Earth's surface. To meet out the challenging demands of food, fiber, fuel for human population, fodder for animals, and industrial raw materials for agro-based industries, efficient management of land resources will play a critical role. Soil, water, vegetation, and climate are basic natural resources for agriculture growth and development. Land degradation. Due to increasing population, the demands are variable. Land for producing food, fiber, and fuel wood is also increasing. Hence, there is more and more pressure on the limited land resources, which are getting degraded due to overexploitation. Nearly 56% of total geographical area of the country is suffering due to land resources degradation. Out of 17 million hectare canal irrigated area, 3.4 million hectare is suffering from water logging and salinity, soil erosion, water logging, salinization, and contamination of the soil with industrial wastes like fly ash, press, more heavy metals, all causes degradation of land. Soil erosion. Soil erosion refers to loss or removal of superficial layers of soil due to the action of wind, water, and human factor. Okay, it can be defined as the movement of soil components, especially surface litter, topsoil from one place to another. It has been estimated that more than 5,000 million tons topsoil is being eroded annually, and 30% of total eroded mass is getting loosed to the sea. Okay, it results in the loss of fertility. basically is of two types. Okay, was geologic erosion and accelerated erosion. Okay, it has various factors which affect soil erosions include soil type, vegetation cover, slope of ground, soil mismanagement, and intensity and amount of rainfall. Okay, wind is also responsible for the land erosion through saltation, suspension, and surface creep. In order to prevent soil erosion, conserve the soil. The following conservation practice: conservational till farming, contour farming, and terracing. Okay, strip cropping and alley cropping. Vine breaks are shelter belts. Okay, salinization. It refers to accumulation of soluble salts in the soil. Concentration of soluble salts increases due to poor drainage facilities. In dry land areas, salt concentration increases where poor drainage is accompanied by high temperature. High concentration of salts affects the process of water absorption and affects the productivity. Waterlogging. Excessive utilization of irrigation may disturb the water balance, which can lead to waterlogging due to rise of water table anaerobic condition due to poor availability of oxygen in waterlogged soils may affect respiration process in plants, which will ultimately affect the productivity of waterlogging soil. Desertifications. Desertification is a process whereby the productive potential of earth or cement lands falls by 10% or more. Okay, desertification is characterized by depletions of groundwater, salinization, and surface soil erosions. Okay, it causes of desertifications, deforestation, overgrazing, mining, and quarrying. Okay, shifting cultivations. Shifting cultivation is the practice of slash and burn agriculture adopted by tribal communities and is a main cause for soil degradation, particularly tropical and subtropical regions. Shifting cultivation, which is also popularly known as June cultivations, also lead to destruction of forest is hilly areas. It is responsible for soil erosions and other problems related to land degradation in mountainous area. Man-induced landslides. Human races has exploited land resources for his own comfort, for constructing roads, railway tracks, canals for irrigations, hydroelectric projects, large dams, and reservoir and mining in hilly areas. Moreover, productive lands under crop production are decreasing because of development of activities. Okay, these factors are affecting the stability of hill slopes and damage the protective vegetation cover. These activities are also responsible to upset the balance of nature and making such areas prone to landslides. Okay girls, did you get it? What is land resources? We saw what are the natural resources now. In that, forest resources, water resources, meaning food resources, wind resources, and land resources. Have any doubt? Okay. Okay, girls. Thank you. If you have any doubt, ask me. Allah Hafiz. Take care.